Hi everyone, Kelly Peterson here. I am Kitsu Fox also. This is the Fox Aquatic, and I am happy to be here to bring you our latest episode. This one titled Shrimp! That was very dignified of me. Shrimp. It has been an astoundingly trying week for me. I got some really bad news on Friday, and that kind of colored my entire week and made everything more challenging than it needed to be. But it's all in all, I've made the best of the ongoing week, and it'll get better. It always does. Now, we get into a quick overview of what the show is. I have been a fish keeper for a year and a month, and I am kind of bringing you guys along on the journey as I learn more, figure things out, and get into more advanced fish keeping topics. So from there, it is update time. I don't know if any of you remember that I was going to the Green Bay Aquarium Society meeting last Wednesday, and the meeting was really, really good. There was pizza, and everyone loves pizza, but there's also, other fish people, which is super fun. And I found out that for the upcoming swap meet, which was this past Sunday, they wanted a photographer. Well, one of my hobbies happens to be photography, so I dusted off my good old EOS Rebel T4i and took to the field. I will have some videos coming out on the Green Bay Aquarium Society YouTube channel, which I will link at the end of the video. And I've got some photos that I took up on their Facebook page, and oh good, my audio is on. I did not mute my mic. That would have been bad. But we have our ongoing topics that we have to cover, including an update on the good old green spot algae. The green spot we have, I think, brought under control. I scraped algae. Oh, darn it, I did it again. 1 second, I will cover up that light so you don't have a big old glare. It's amazing what a little towel can do. Hey, Ash, you should swim where people can see you. He's being antisocial. There, now you don't have a giant glare in your faces. Oh, and the lighting's a lot better. That's good. But, oh, yes, green spot algae. I scraped. Dog, do not. Would you guys like to meet Ted? Ted is my Cocker Spaniel. Come here, Ted. Come on, bud. Come on. Ugh. This is Ted. He was trying to steal something off my desk. He is a big bratty dog. Now, the green spot algae. I will actually finish telling this story sooner or later. Up there, I scraped algae over the last week, and it seems like the phosphate reduction that we have put into play has really helped. So, if you're having green spot algae problems, I recommend doing the math. I know math sucks. Rotella Butterfly has a really great calculator that has a lot of the common substances that you'll be adding to your tank in it. Use her, figure out whether you're kind of within ideal parameters. And I think this brings us to the most exciting update of all. Yay, I get to tell you about what I picked up at the swap meet. Orange Neocaridina shrimp. I am super elated about these guys. They are so awesome looking. They are bright and colorful, and they have made themselves really happy. I knew going into the swap meet that there was going to be at least one vendor with shrimp, and this vendor offered to let me pre-purchase, and you had to pay ahead so that they would bring the shrimp because they were not planning to bring a large number, just their wilds. So I got in touch with the vendor, their name being Madtown Aquaculture. They're based in the Madison area down in the southern part of Wisconsin. And they sent me some pictures of their different colors because I wanted to see what kind of, color quality and such like. And looking at all of their shrimp, I decided that their orange Rileys were my favorites. So I asked them to bring me 6 of them because that is what my budget allowed. And they delivered. They were actually really thoughtful. They actually pulled 3 males and 3 females for me. And I think we can just keep rolling right along because I may be annoying these animals with my camera right now. The bit of the video that you're seeing right now is during the temperature acclimation part of the process right after we got home on Sunday night. They were really lively, very energetic. They looked super healthy. And I spent a long time. I don't have a drip acclimation kit, and I really need one. I spent 2 hours dribbling tiny amounts of water into that bag every 3 minutes to make sure everything was balanced. Though the TDS of the water they were in and the TDS in my tank are very, very similar. So I didn't have to worry as much as I thought I would, but I still decided to err on the side of caution and go through the full acclimation process. I didn't want to risk my first opportunity at shrimp just because I was in a hurry. And there's a little bit of a wider shot. You can see the tank and the whole bag, not just the floating mesh. You can see that their tank has shrimp tubes in the very back. It is running let's see, what is the brand name? It is an Aquarium Solutions Mini Bactosurge sponge filter in the back there. Got a catappa leaf in there, and I've had the tank set up long enough to grow all of that lovely algae, which they are now working on, and ooh, I can see one, but it's very difficult to see them behind me right now. But I'll admit, I spent a certain amount of time stressing over, oh God, what if they die the second I get them home? Because that's sort of what I felt like. I do kind of have a little bit of the clinical anxiety going on, and with all of the other stuff going on in my life, I was running a little less maintained, not as well maintained as I usually manage, and I'm pleased to say that I didn't have problems. And yes, more acclimation video. They were just so active in the bag and being so darn cute. They kept trying to swim right through the plastic and into the plants. They were clearly very, very excited about the new home that they could see through the plastic and just wanted to get out and go into it. And I'm not good at being a YouTuber yet. I apologize. I did not set up my camera and film when I released them. I meant to and just did not succeed. Welcome to the stream, Turtle Girl. It's great to see you again this week. Yes, I picked them up this weekend on Sunday. And there'll be some as soon as we get through the acclimation part, we'll get to see them as they bounce around. It's so far they've been, oh, there it is, absolutely just hypnotizing to watch. I've never been quite so excited to have a new little critter in my aquariums. The 6 of them are just going to town on the algae. If I put food in, they kind of don't really care yet. So I'm probably not going to feed them a whole lot until that algae coat comes down, if it ever does. I'm not taking any precautions to keep it down. They are loving the Java moss. I've never seen a species. The first thing they did the second I dumped them in is they dove into the little shrimp tubes and just vanished into the moss in the tubes. It's the color that Madtown Aquaculture has pulled on these guys is super awesome. They did tell me that their line still throws some solids, so maybe in the future, when I can set up another tank, I'll start pulling any solids and see if I can't have some full-blown tangerine guys floating around. But they are super duper fun. I'm elated and I can't wait to keep bringing you guys more. I've got a little video that I wasn't able to pull off my camera. I had small scheduling conflicts, so I didn't have time because it happened this morning. I noticed that one of the females actually had the saddle happening, and she did drop eggs. I have not seen her. She's been hiding in the shrimp tubes all day. But I did see her with the eggs underneath her, and she was kind of waving them up. I am not positive if she picked them up completely yet. So hopefully next week, I'll be able to show you a buried shrimp and the video of her laying the eggs. If not, I'll at least bring you the egg laying video. So let's see. I have notes again. I always have notes. My video recommendation this week is actually a video I took. It's actually linked in the comments. It is a Facebook Live that I shot over the course of this weekend on behalf of the Green Bay Aquarium Society. It is actually a walkthrough of our full swap, and not the biggest swap, I'm sure, but certainly exciting for the fish keepers of central Wisconsin and surrounding areas. I wish I had a better video recommendation, but this has not been my week. Go watch Simply Beta's super adorable video that she released like an hour ago. I was watching it right before the show. Her bearded dragon laid eggs, and Sheila is such a cute critter. I'm really jealous. I watched that just a few minutes ago before I started this stream, so let's see. All in all, it's been an exciting week. The shrimp have joined my aquarium and made the shrimp tank not empty, which I'm super excited about. And I guess I'll actually tell you guys what went on that sort of made this last week hard. I had a miniature horse, and he passed away on Friday. And so that's kind of made everything a little harder than it usually is. But these little orange guys right here, they're a really nice bright spot, and they sort of have given me something to distract myself with while I work through that. Let's see. Next week, I think I'm going to talk about how I deal with frozen food. You'll notice this is literally my entire collection of tanks. So feeding an entire cube of frozen food just doesn't work. And I will show you guys what I go through to kind of make frozen food something that works for these guys, because, Ash, literally, are you hiding on the ground behind the... I might have to pick this camera up and just make him appear on screen before the end of the show. But so I will go over my frozen food management, and I actually have my next tank purchased. And so we get to begin the entire setup process. Oh, thank you for those condolences, Turtle Girl. I really appreciate them. But I've got the plans for the pea puffer tank started, and I think I will unveil those next week. I've got some drawings, and I'll do some video. Actually, let you guys take a peek at the desk behind the camera. But I'll show you my goofy fish. Now, this is going to be a little challenging because I don't know. Oh, I don't know if my cord's long enough. No, my USB cable is too short. Let's see. There we go. There he is, hiding in the back there. Oh, well. You know how it goes. Technology is always a challenge. I will have to find a better system for a remote camera. But in the meantime, I am going to try not to make you look up my nose. But we will see you next week with our Pea Puffer Future Tank Extravaganza and some helpful tips on managing your frozen food. And maybe we'll talk a little bit about how I'm feeding my beta right now and all of that. But I will figure that out as I write the script for the episode. So, like it, dislike it, whatever you please. Here, we'll switch so that the lighting's better. But thumbs up, thumbs down, share, subscribe. If you have thoughts, comments are amazing. And check out the links below. I've got both the Green Bay Aquarium Society, my local fish club, and Madtown Aquaculture, who sold me these amazing orange neo shrimp. So I will see you next week, Tuesday at 4 p.m. like always. And I think that's a wrap.